Mic check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's up, guys? If you're new here, we meet every Sunday at 10:30. I'm late because I don't care about Fear the Walking Dead. You know what? I promised we would have Fear the Walking Dead as like kind of the main focus while it's on. We'll do, let's say, 3 episodes. If it's on and popping for 3 episodes, maybe we'll keep it as the main focus. We have other stuff to talk about as well, but if it's not on and popping, then we're just going to forget about it like a whacked, rat or something, We'll just stuff it in the trunk of a car and keep it moving. Speaking of which, if you're new here, also, usually we do a 10 to 15 minute first impression review. Here's my quick first impression review. Who gives a fuck? Slap the fucking kids aside and just tell them how it's going to be. You want to go? Go. Fuck it. You want to stay? Stay. Okay, let's get this done. Don't tell us adults what's going on. The world can't get back to the way it is. I come from a place where we have multiple communities that are living as if life is fine. You know what I mean? We run into the average nut jobs once in a while, but like we're cool. It is what it is. That's the chair, Daryl Dixon, you fucking dumbass. Anyway, and then you got a number of things that annoy me, like the gun jamming. This kid's trying to shoot zombies with a jammed gun like 17 fucking times. What else you got? You got... Where's my fucking paper towel? I guess it's gone. I don't know. You got some old dumb shit, some more dumb shit. You got a really awkward weapon with Alicia. I don't know what that was. They have a really unflattering angle with the she's hot, but they had a really unflattering angle that just made her look weird and clunky with that big ass whatever weapon she's using. And I'm saying that if I'm using a weapon that's gonna chop up my hand, I'm gonna do something other than just like grab the bitch and be like, yeah, my hand's leaking, but I'll get as much infecting gunk and bacteria as possible into that wound, because that's fucking smart. What else we got? It was just okay. I think the title of this video, it hits the nail right on the head. Fear the Walking Dead Season 5 Episode 1 is probably the absolute greatest ever, just okay zombie anything. Mark Adams with a $2 dono. Thank you very much for the support. Fear eye so far, but I got my eye on it. And here's the thing is... I didn't find stuff that I truly hated. It's kind of wearing me down a bit. I think I really absolutely... Oh, no, there was one thing that I fucking hated. I almost shut it off. I walked away to do laundry, but I almost shut it off. It's when the writers, and I hate this writing. Got did it too. Got in season 8 did it too, and I wanted to put a hit down on the writers for a bitch slap. Not like a real hit, just because that sounds funny. You put a hit for a bitch slap, it's just kind of ridiculous. Anyway, so Got had this one scene where they didn't know what to write, so the lead character kind of just moved away from his aunt who he was making out with, and they didn't know what to write there, so they just left it blank. No one's gonna not say anything in that moment of time. No one. You can't convince me you're just gonna not say shit. That would be like if someone looked over and said, hey, what do you want for dinner? And you just look at them and you're like, it's not happening. You're gonna say fucking spaghetti. You know what I mean? Something. Pizza. Chinese food. I don't fucking know. Anyhow. So they got whoever the fucking what's his name, they're somewhere, and you got the kids who are trying to tell them that this area is dangerous. And then Alicia asks a question that's very realistic. Absolutely realistic. Well, what the hell's wrong with this place? What is the danger? What is the danger? Is Walter White here? Tell me what is the danger. And then the little kid's like, it's more than just something or other. It's dramatic pause. You'll see. Because I can't tell you. Don't even have that conversation come up. Have some other shit popping off where you don't even got that convo. This is 2019 and Hollywood still does shit like, you'll see, just wait, hold on. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. That type of writing, it makes me just enraged, because the audience in 2019, the audience deserves a little respect. That is just dog shit lazy writing to have a moment like that. If you guys want to vote, I'm gonna put the straw poll. You can go and vote yourself. You don't have to hate it just because I say it. I know most of you guys are well aware of this, but, and again, I didn't hate it. I just thought, whatever, it's on. I think maybe in a few years, if I got around to it and I was absolutely, utterly bored and I was in the mood to watch some zombie stuff that I haven't seen before, Fear is perfect for that. I would throw that in. But I'm not in a rush at any point in time to watch this show. It's just not bringing it. And episode 1 didn't bring it. For the love of God, we've got this plane crash that has absolutely zero tension, because we know the new people aren't going to die. We just met them. We know the people in the plane crash aren't going to die because we saw the trailers. Even if we didn't see the trailers, it would be kind of dumb to kill them right off the rip, just like this. That has a weird spin to it. It'd be like, oh, okay, we're rebooting this again, you know? Anyway. So they got this plane crash that takes too long. They get to this truck stop, and then the plot is finally revealed. This Logan guy they were trying to help lured them away from their headquarters, and he is the other guy's partner who was from the previous season. He was the polar bear guy, you know, the guy who wanted to help everybody. So he's his partner, which in the middle of this is actually something hidden there that actually did kind of like, he's partners. He owns, that's his property. He owns the buildings, the trucks, the food, the whatever. He owns all that. And for a moment there, I was like, wait a minute, I actually like that twist to it. Because you made this beef between these two groups, but there's no bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no bad guy. It's his by right. You know what I mean? And it's his stuff and yada, yada, yada. And he lured them away. He didn't kill any of the people yet that we know of. So in reality, at what point, what do you do from that point on? I mean, I would imagine knowing our characters, they would just say, all right, fuck it. You can have your shit as long as you don't harm our people, and everyone leaves. But now they kind of went back and eradicated what they did for Morgan. The only reason Morgan didn't go back to The Walking Dead is because he wanted to stay and help people. But they just killed that in the first episode of season 5. And again, that was one of the things that made me say, you know what? Nope, I'm done. Because season 5 should be their journey going from where they were to Alexandria. You can get caught up as often as you would like, the writers. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to meet up with them right away, but at least have the story go in that direction. Anyhow. Yeah, Logan's not a villain. I mean, I didn't say he was a villain. Not really sure who you're talking to, Giovanni. I mean, you just random statement out of nowhere. Anyhow. Let me see what I'm doing here. Chris Stanley coming in with a $10 dono. I might not be a big Fear the Walking Dead fan, but I love your live streams on Sunday, Ronnie, so I'll watch just to do the live streams. Thank you very much, homie. Thank you very much. Coming up soon, I still want to, I'm trying to figure out the move situation. The original plan, before I realized I was moving, the original plan was to turn the Sunday night live stream into a 45-minute to an hour and a half mix of different topics throughout the week. And again, that was going to go in perfect with this transition where it's taken me longer to edit some more polished videos. So there's less videos coming out, but we cover more topics at the end of the week in the live streams. We have more random streams in between bigger events, bigger videos. Some videos that might take 3 weeks to edit and research. We'll be doing random live streams, building up towards that premiere. We'll utilize that premiere feature. You know what I mean? So the live stream was kind of going to mingle with that. However, with this move, I got to figure that out first because we're not going to have internet right away. Mark Adams with a $5 dono. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chris. And thank you very much, Mark. I'm just waiting on Daniel and Dwight. That's it. Yeah, the only reason I was interested in episode 1, to be honest, was the reveal of what exactly they did with the group that's connected to Rick. And again, that was something else they did at the end of the episode. They have these soldiers in black suits, which is something I found really weird because in the comic, it's soldiers in white suits. They're with Oceanside. I'm sorry, not Oceanside. They're with whoever. The Commonwealth. And then in the show, it appears the group that took Rick are very similar, except for they have these black suits where it looked like some type of electrical cords in their fucking suit. I don't know. I'm putting the link one more time in the comment box. If you guys want to go and vote for the episode, you can go ahead and do that. I want to move this one picture over here. Let me click on this. No. I can't check that out. Well, fuck you then, Twitter. But yeah, the end really just had that hint. And I'm not really sure what they're going to do with that. I don't imagine they would reveal a lot because that would take away, obviously, from what's going on with the Rick movies, you know? So, I want to show you guys something. My brother made this mask. It's a homemade Jason Voorhees mask, and he did such a fantastic job. I just have to show this shit off. Look at this. Look at that. My beer is killing me. Down the wrong pipe. I mean, look at that mask, man. That might not come out too good just because... God damn. I took a chug of beer that was kind of foamy, and that shit was like, we're gonna take your fucking life, bro. Anyhow, my brother made that mask, and it's fucking awesome. It's so realistic and great paint job to that. Colin, the Colin guy, the reptile guy with a $2 dono. Thank you very much for the support. At least the filthy woman's not back. Yeah, I'm glad she's gone. That was a terrible villain. You hear they're making a Deadwood movie? Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm hearing good things about that. That I'm hyped. Ronnie, are you going to braid your beard when it gets a little longer? I don't know. Right now, I don't even know what I'm doing with it. I've never actually thought about growing my beard out long, but now I'm in that mood where I might fuck around with it to see how long I can grow it. Weird suit theory. I don't have any theories, to be honest. I got to take another look at it. It looked like there was electrical stuff in it. Are you going to get DayZ? It's a hardcore zombie survival game / military simulator. It's $50 on PSN. I never heard of it, to be honest. DayZ. I mean, that's a generic name that sounds like pretty much anything, so I'm pretty sure I heard of it, but I don't know. No one's talked about it. I don't know when it came out. I don't know anything about it, but it just sounds familiar, you know? So I'm going to check it out. Have you checked out Successions or Billions? No, I haven't looked at that yet. Hey man, I'm really glad you decided to go through with talking about fear. Love your vids and live streams, brother. Thank you very much, Dwighty boy. Love the videos. Thank you very much. Mystics World. Yeah, funny how 3 kids are smarter than our main cast. It's funny. It's like you want our group to have the place back, but legally speaking, you know the other guy is in the right. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I mean, I like that concept where it's not just a straight up, villain. It's his place, technically, and it's annoying that he lied to you and he got you out and took over your headquarters. But what do you do in that situation? For the first episode, I'm still interested. It wasn't horrendous, but it doesn't blow me away. Well, yeah, that's my stance on it too. If I voted, I'd probably just pick because it didn't have anything that I was amazed. There was a couple zombies that looked cool. I like the one that had like a skeleton face, a clawed face. That's actually when I walked away to do laundry. So I don't know what her and Alicia were talking about. June. I don't know what her and Alicia were talking about, and to be honest, I couldn't even care less. You know, when you're into something and you miss like a 2-minute clip and you're like, oh man, what was that about? I walked in and they finished talking about something, and I was just like, I really don't care. That's how I know. And again, it wasn't where I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. It's just character wise, there's nothing there. I felt like we just had things happening with almost zero focus on character. All right, Lucy got hurt. Morgan's stubborn. You know what I mean? Alicia is Alicia. There's no growth. There's no anything. We didn't have many character moments. I mean, maybe there was one and I walked away. What else we got? After a party stream tonight? No, Aaron P. There will not be. I like Morgan, but I missed the original Fear stories with Nick, Madison, Travis, etc. Also, the filter they used for the last season wasn't appealing. Hopefully, season five won't be too bad. I think they fixed it slightly for this season, but it still has an obvious filter that gets really frustrating when you're looking at some of these images and you look at the child character and they've got dirt on their face and they've got like obviously it seemed like a pink or colorful shirt on, but everything's almost black and white. It's just so frustrating because you lose so much of that how the world actually looks, and I get it. You want to put this cheap post-apocalyptic filter on it because you're not competent enough in your skills to create something that looks not silly, except for you got to take away that color because somehow that automatically represents post-apocalyptic. It's so dumb. Kian said, did you notice on the sign on the sheets it was the same in the one that said helicopter, yada yada. Links to the walker Scott Gimple mentioned opening up the world up. Yeah, Kian, I did a whole video on that. Someone watched the episode early and told me about it, so I did that video weeks ago, or a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, we knew it was linking to the Rick story, and this is how they were going to do it. Am I going to watch Nas 4A1? That looks weird in a weird way, but I'm not watching it. At least not right now, because I'm doing the streams after. And I'll be honest, there's one thing that had me thinking. I think I think AMC is screwing themselves over by putting these shows after their Fear and The Walking Dead, because I often find myself being too busy to watch two shows back to back. And there's times where I'm not and I can check them out. But there's a lot of times where I'd watch that and I wanted to check out The Terror. I wanted to check out other shows that AMC did, but they put them on immediately after Fear or immediately after The Walking Dead. And even when I wasn't doing live streams, there's been plenty of times where I'm like, okay, I got shit to do tomorrow. I can't stay up for another show. So I'd be like, okay, I want to check it out, but I never got around to it. So I think AMC really needs to start doing, in my opinion, they should try it. Fear on Sundays, the new show on another night, one of their other shows on another night. Stop doing this everything on Sunday night dumb shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. Hold on, I see someone's comment who apparently doesn't realize the title of this video is a fucking sarcasm. Jay, homeboy, He says, yay, now you like it, now that it's a crap show. Laugh my effing ass off, but you crapped on it before it actually became trash. That is not true. You're the reason why the show is some lame ass, all about Morgan's way of thinking show. I'm the reason, yet I was all against all of that. Your way of thinking, I'm the sole person responsible, yet I'm the one who was against all of that. I love Lenny James. I was absolutely against him crossing over. He needed to stay over with the main show, and I still strongly believe he should have stayed over with the main show. Your logic is so asinine, and the yay is sarcasm. Please actually watch some of the video before you comment on it, brother. And that way you don't look ridiculous. What else? Am I gonna... Oh, okay. Let's catch up to some of these newer comments now. Mark Adams, $2 dono. Laugh out loud. I love seeing Max Headroom working again. I don't know who that is. Thank you very much for the dono, homie. Well, this episode drops hints to the Rick movie. Yeah, the episode with the characters, they're missing something with the characters. I kind of feel like, in a way, they want to go right into the characters being the iconic ones we love. We put them in these situations and we do these cool shots with them. I just feel like they're just not focusing enough on the character development, because they go through things. Yes, they go through things, but it's lacking very important moments for the character development. That's slacking. Why do you think Luciana's still alive? She's not interesting at all and is kind of useless in my opinion. Bro, why are any of them alive? I mean, they're just alive. That's funny. I saw nothing wrong with the episode. Maybe because I didn't watch it, but I'm not 100% sure. What else we got? Todd Murray, do you know with John and June... Oh, what the hell John and June were talking about in the end? I honestly couldn't even understand what John was saying, like he was mumbling. They were saying some crap about other people not getting luck, and they got all the luck. I don't know. It was supposed to be some them coming together emotional shit, but they kind of did that already, consistently. I don't know why we're still focusing on that. It just wasn't there for me. I don't know why we're covering that again. Thank you very much, Meowcat Bissy. I appreciate a compliment. Meow. That probably sounded creepy. It was a good episode, question mark. I want to see it, but I want to see the part 2 of season 4 first. Oh. I mean, I don't think this was a terrible episode, but I wouldn't say it was a good episode. The fact that June could fix Luciana is stupid. She's a nurse, not a surgeon. Yeah, this is the tricky thing with TV. She had a fucking pipe go through her shoulder, and they just put gauze on it. And maybe they stitched her up. I don't know. I actually enjoyed this episode. Just have to see where they go. It was clearly setting up the story for the season. Well, yeah, I mean, it needs to set up the story for the season. It's a first episode of the season. And yes, as far as did it by the book set up the story? Well, yeah, even terrible shows do that. They follow a structure, you know what I mean? There's literally a screenwriting structure. You can pull out all the script books. I mean, fuck, I got a screenplay script Bible I haven't read in 10 years sitting in the corner. I can yank that out and sound like I know everything about screenwriting. But here's the thing. And again, this is my opinion. I just didn't care for what they set up. And again, they got some neat elements, like the guy took over their headquarters, but they need to add to that. And that's fine. Give it a few more episodes, but I don't care. I don't care about their headquarters. As a matter of fact, I hate their headquarters. I love Lenny James, but Morgan's a fucking idiot. with this let's help people stupid bullshit. I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know. If they just had him a little balanced more, we need to help people, but also realize that there's some fucked up people out there. Let's cover our bases. I think I'd be a little, I think I'd be on board for some of that. Yeah, they need Talking Dead after the show. Can I get a sip of your beer? Yeah, right here, homie. Go ahead, take a swig. mm. What did you say? The Max Headroom / Logan actor. His name is Matt Fur. Oh, all right. Oh, Max Headroom. Is that shit from the commercial from the 80s? Yeah, 80s icon, probably before your time, though. No, I know who he is. He was the guy on TV, the real creepy looking guy. I'll be honest, I didn't know that was the actor who did it. He had the fucking, the hairstyle and shit. Looked over at my dad during and said, "Do you care at all if any of them died right now?" I don't. And he said, "Nope, that's a huge problem. 5 seasons into a show, considering I cried when Nick died." Yeah, that is a big problem. I mean, they could kill Lucy off right now. I wouldn't care. I mean, they could kill Strand off right now. I wouldn't care. They could even kill Morgan off right now, and I wouldn't care. I'd be really annoyed and just be like, whatever. But it's at a point where I just be like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, Fear the Walking Dead needs a good shot of fucking adrenaline or something. There's nothing to connect with the characters either. Chris Stanley would find out, no. Well, critics kept saying it's going to be a good 5 first episodes, so I guess we'll see, Ronnie. They need to kill Charlie and Luciana. They take up space. Charlie and Luciana. You know what? I don't care for Charlie. As a character, even her I don't. That was just dumb. I don't care for the Charlie kid. And again, for people who are fans of Nick, they probably look at Charlie and they think, "Fuck this." Go to bed, James Sway. Go to bed. Why is the show not like the soaps where dead characters come back to life somehow? Nick, Trevor, where are you? Have you seen The Dead Don't Die, or are you interested in seeing it? I didn't know it was out yet, but yeah, I definitely want to see it. To me, this whole Walking Dead spin-offs movies just isn't it. I don't know what Scott Gimple's thinking or doing to this series. He made some of the best seasons, but now it's just terrible. Well, here's the thing with Scott Gimple is, what he's doing is his job. I mean, I wouldn't even turn down his job. His job is the fucking bomb. You get to be chief content officer over a franchise. There's nobody in this live stream right now that would say no to that. I mean, come on. We all know what he's doing. But as far as what he's doing, like creative-wise, I think people are giving him way too much credit and criticism because, bro, he's not writing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Scott Gimple's not involved with this show. I don't know what, and I love y'all, but I don't know what the fuck you're thinking, Scott Gimple is like, imagine, what's the best way to, I can't even think of a good analogy, but yeah, Scott Gimple is not into this show telling them what to do and telling them how to do it. No, what he's doing is making sure that the franchise stays how it needs to be and how it connects. Like, for example, perfect thing. I bet you Scott Gimple was heavily involved with coming up with a lot of the ideas with the helicopter group and how that connects to Rick. That part is Scott Gimple. But them coming up with this whole script for this episode, that's the showrunners. You know what I mean? And if I'm wrong and it is all Scott Gimple, well then holy fuck, that guy's doing way more than he needs to be. which I find impossible. And maybe that's why it's so bad. But they got 2 showrunners on this show. There's no way Scott Gimple is doing more than what he needs to be. There's just no way. He's not writing this shit. He's not approving this. And same thing with The Walking Dead Season 9. He's not writing that. He's not approving that. They have meetings. I forget exactly how they described it. They have meetings, but we got to stop blaming Scott Gimple. You don't like Fear the Walking Dead? It's the showrunners' faults. The 2 showrunners. We got to get off this Scott Gimple shit because he's not doing it, you know? He's doing the parts that connect the whole franchise, keeping it what is that word I'm looking for? You guys know what I mean, though, right? Like, it's not all him. You hate certain ideas he has? Sure. Was he involved in, like, bringing Morgan over and that initial idea? Yeah, 100% I'll agree. But from that point on, he'll probably touch base with the showrunners and go, no, he's not coming back. And then from that point on, the showrunners come up with what Morgan does. It's not Scott Gimple. He just says, like, again, I don't even know how to put that into words, but it's not the details, it's the outline, you know? Excuse me. Since this is before the Walking Dead timeline, maybe Fear cast ends up with the helicopter group. Perhaps we see them in the Rick movies. Well, no. Jim Flanagan. Fear started before the Walking Dead timeline, but it has now caught up, at least as far as All Out War. So there's no more before the timeline shit. Now, the time skip in Season 9, after Rick died, yes, the Walking Dead show is, as far as we know right now, is ahead of Fear the Walking Dead by years. As far as we know right now. That's how it seems set up. Need issue 2 of Doomsday Kingdom in stock. Yeah, we're working on it, brother. We're working on it. I'm actually ordering new stock this week, and then for new orders. I don't want to put any stock up until we have the actual stock where I can ship it. We're also doing some tweaks with how that's going to go out because it's different than when we did pre-orders and we can ship a whole box to the UK. Right now, I can't have someone just order like one comic from the UK because then the shipping's going to be insane. You know, it's got to go from the US to the UK. We don't have any stock in the UK right now, so we're trying to work on getting everything stocked on our end, like in-house, and then out to the website to show that we have stock. Karen said they talked for weeks last season about going back to Alexandria, and then in the 2 minutes at the end of the show, they decide to start some stupid help center get real, right? Yeah, the radio is another thing that frustrates me with them on the radio and how it works where sometimes they hear you and sometimes they don't. Them with the radio reception in this show makes me so frustrated. I've used radios a number of times, like maybe not some of the CB shit they've, you know, I can't remember the last time I used a CB, but I've used walkie-talkies and you know, scanners, and I mean where you could be on the other side of the city. We've used shit like that, and when you're in range, you're in range. When you go out of range, there's certain areas where, all right, you're out of range, but you know, it's either in range or out of range for the most part. Are there certain areas where the range is kind of iffy? Yeah, but they make it seem like it's whenever the script calls for it. It's all of a sudden, are you there? Are you there? No, you're either in range or you're not, you know, for the most part. When you reach that border, sure, it gets a little hit and miss. But, I don't know. Crazy to think Morgan first arrived in 2010 pointing a gun at Rick, and now he is 9 years later. Yeah, it's crazy. Did you hear they were making a Deadwood movie? Yep, I'm going to check it out. Glad you decided to do Fear streams. I figure we're here. I know the most thing everyone's going to want to talk about is Fear, so Have you thought about a Discord if you need help, Randy? Nah, AP, we already got the Discord coming out. This week I was so busy. It was supposed to come out this week, or we were going to just, put the link up and all that. But I was so busy this week, I didn't even post a video, on the channel. On either channel. I don't think we got a video up on my personal channel or the map channel. So, no, the Discord didn't get done. But that's coming. Yeah, that's already in the works. It's about to come up. Dude, guys, with $2 dono. Hey, bro, I'm glad you gave this episode a chance. Yeah, I tossed it on. It was just, it's just not my cup of tea. The people who have Al took Rick too, right? Same people, but what about timeline? Well, the timeline would be, as far as I know, because it doesn't look like they did any huge time skips, the timeline is almost right around the same time they took Rick. So this matches Rick's timeline. Keep in mind, Morgan left from All Out War. He waited around for maybe a month, let's say, and then he left. Then the Walking Dead TV show skipped, what was it, like 9 months or something? You guys remind me. From All Out War to season 9, they skipped like 9 months. Morgan was gone for like 8 months because he stayed a month, give or take. It takes Morgan a few months to get where he's going. So the helicopter is either literally taking Rick right now, or they'll get him in a month or two. Matter of fact, Morgan's been with them for a while now. So the helicopter and Rick should be meeting up right around now. So they're around that timeline. We haven't seen any big time skips, so they're right around there. Yeah, I don't really care about a Sopranos movie. I'll check it out because I'm a fan of crime shows and shit, but James Gandolfini was like, he carried that shit with just, I don't know. I mean, the whole cast was great. There was so many characters I loved in that. But he just, I don't know, such a big influence. It's going to be hard to do one without him. Wasn't it a year and a half? Even if it was a year and a half, I don't know. If it was, you guys tell me. 18 months, someone's saying. Even if it was, okay, so we had 3 people say it was a year and a half. Even if it's a year and a half, then that would put it where it's, let's say, and again, we're basing this off, we don't know how long Morgan has been with our group. Even from what we've seen, because it makes it look like he's only been there a week. We don't know if it's a week or maybe it's like 2 weeks. But I'm just saying it would be maybe, let's say, a few months before the helicopter picks up Rick. And again, that's like a roundabout. So let's say 0 to 9 months before the helicopter picks up Rick. Roundabout. But it's somewhere around there. Working plane, I'm not really sure. They showed a hangar. So the elements aren't going to wear down the plane. It's just the fuel and the instruments and all that. Can they sit for that long and be fine? The tires, whatever they need, can they sit for that long and be fine? Dude, guys, with a $2 dono, I actually enjoyed all 4 seasons of Fear. I hated season 4. I liked the beginning a lot. I think it was the second half where I was like, bro, I can't do this. I cannot do this. All right, we're going to vote. I'm voting meh. I'm going to vote below. Did we even have anyone vote on this thing? Yeah, we had a few people, not many though. I'm going to block out the webcam. So we had meh leads with 44% of the votes. Then we have 34% with like. And then we got 12% with love. And then we got 6% with dislike. And only 4% with hate it. So at least, this makes sense. Even from someone who did not love the episode, this poll looks to be exactly right. it didn't seem like you should absolutely hate it unless you're really fed up and you want something that's amazing. Don't ask me why there's an ad for fucking naked ladies, but this makes sense. It wasn't like downright awful and terrible. It still looked good. It was competently shot and edited and all that, but as far as like character wise, and it just didn't bring it home. I think character is one of the biggest things with it. When I'm watching the show, I'm not interested or excited for any of the characters, really. I mean, I like Morgan, but I don't care what they're doing with them about helping people. I just don't give a fuck. Go Mets says, I'm honestly stunned they are making Charlie a main character. It's like the writers forgot she killed Nick. Alicia not wanting to kill her is also dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I still think it would have been better if they just used Charlie to develop Alicia's character fully. I forget what I said in one of the reviews, but I gave my opinion on how, I think I would have enjoyed that more. But looking back on it, I think if they would have had Alicia just kill her, she's not supposed to. She's supposed to forgive her. She's supposed to do what she did and yada, yada, yada. But in the end, she just killed her. Like, took her to the beach and then fucking strangled her or something. So are you going to continue watching, or was it just the episode you decide on? We'll give it 2 or 3 episodes. See how it goes. The armor guy with maps, Commonwealth? No, they're not Commonwealth. Fear's almost dependent on a tie-in at this point. Yes, I mean, it's just facts right now. Fear is heavily dependent on as many connections to the main show as possible. And that's, highlighted by the fact that we got 2 crossovers characters, and then we have a crossover story component, which would be the Rick movies. The same group that took Rick is now, exists in the Fear location. Why do you think they still haven't gotten rid of the gray filter? For the life of me, I have no fucking clue. I have no clue. Do you think the season finale could lead us into the Rick movies, maybe with a tease of Jadis on a helicopter that took Rick passing overhead? I don't think they would do it that heavily. Maybe if they were really desperate, they would include some shit like that, but I just think they need to give enough hints to spill over into the Rick series. But that's it. Enough hints. You can't reveal too much because then it's going to hurt the Rick series. I feel like they're keeping Luciana alive for diversity. She lasted 4 seasons and they haven't done much with her. Well, their problem was she was heavily connected with Nick. And because the Nick actor wanted out, now they leave her and they need to develop her other than just being a lingerer. And I think that's some of the problem with character actors wanting to leave. Travis, Nick, and then you have the change up with the showrunner, the soft reboot, getting rid of Madison. Now you have, and I blame the problem area with the characters based on all of that. All of that jammed up the story in a major way where you got these lingering characters and it doesn't feel like it's grounded in its own show. And I'm talking about the characters and the plot. They don't feel grounded together in its own show. I think they're making Charlie into a Clementine. I hope not, because that is not the case. Delegate may be the word you're looking for. I forget now. I forget what I was talking about then. Oh, come on, just watch it so we can chat and make fun or whatever's. I mean, that's the thing. If we get enough people that are here chit-chatting about it or whatever, but if by episode 3, we got 10 people asking about the show and 100 people asking about other things, we're definitely going to drop it. I can't keep a live stream up doing that, Besides, I've been reaching out to certain people and discussing some issues with the channel and the algorithms, you know what I mean, with the channel with some people. And I found out some really interesting things this week. A lot of what I was busy doing was some behind the scenes stuff with the analytics and stats and yada yada yada. And I found something interesting that a person was telling me, and it's something I have to look into. But they actually do their live streams and remove them from the channel because they noticed that for whatever reason, I got to get more detail on it. But for whatever reason, it actually hurts your channel overall within the algorithm. And I noticed that we had that heavy hit in 2018 where it everything was going, amazing in 2017, yada, yada, yada. And then we had that hit in 2018 where you can actually look at the stats and it's almost overnight where it just drops. And we're talking about an algorithm where it puts your stuff in recommended and whatever. Hold on. Love you too. So, but they were explaining to me that whatever the thing is with the algorithm, I emailed them. They haven't answered me yet about it though. Is it actually messes that up? So they'll stream, then they take their live streams and they'll upload them onto a whole different channel that's solely for live streams, and they haven't had any problems. But I noticed that we've been doing this for almost 2 years now, where we stream right after the episode, and I didn't think the live streams would be that big of a deal. Maybe with the live stream videos, but then I didn't care. I mean, we're here for the stream and that's it, but I didn't know it would affect the whole channel. So that's something I am looking into, because you can even see it in the stats. It's not like you look at the stats and it's like, oh, when the channel dropped, you stopped uploading. When the channel was doing a consistent upload, and then it hit a point where it just plummeted. And then you see my consistent upload ran for 9 months after that, and it still plummeted, and then nothing changed with the upload. And then it wasn't until recently, the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, where it was hit or miss with the uploads. And that's because I got to go and do extra work. I can't just sit home and work on YouTube all the time. I can't. There's just not bringing enough in. But if anyone actually knows about any YouTube information about that, shoot me a message or something. Let me know, because I can't understand why streams, leaving them up on your channel, would fuck with the algorithm. I can't fathom that. Anyhow, we got, do you hate when people call June fears Carol? To be honest, I never hear that ever. Like, maybe once, but I don't even remember anyone saying that. So no, I don't hate it. I don't even recognize it. Considering where you're moving, shave off your stash. Considering where you are moving, shave off your stash, get the right hat and outfit, and start your own Amish community. Beard, just the right balance and length and douchiness. Nah, I'm good on that, homie. I don't even think they have Amish down here. Serious question. Why they decided to fly a plane to help a total stranger felt so unnecessary. I don't know, bro. I don't know. The whole episode felt unnecessary. Controversial opinion that Logan guy isn't a dick. It's for tricking them. It was his trucking business after all. What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, for one, that's not a controversial opinion. You just literally explained what happened in the episode. No, the Logan guy's not a bad guy. You say he's a dick. We don't know if he's a dick. He tricked them to get his business back. That's it. I mean, yeah, you just said what exactly happened in the episode. I don't think that's a controversial opinion. Why can I not say that word tonight? I'm not even drunk. Don't even say that. I drank most of that beer. AMC Prime is dropping the whole season of Nosferatu. Is that what that's supposed to be? Nosferatu? It's such a fucking stupid title. They got NOS4A2. Is that supposed to be a license plate? The pilot was really good. Are you going to be checking the show out? It's by Stephen King's son, Joe Hill. I don't know. It looked weird enough. I might try to check it out. No. Manhammer. The Fear group wasn't on the radio at the end of. That's not it. No, because that doesn't do anything for the story. That doesn't take the story anywhere, and we already know that group was the Commonwealth. We already know that. So they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't go, "Oh, here's a Commonwealth moment," and then be like, "Psych, it's just Fear." That's not what it is. And again, I could be totally wrong. It's just my opinion. Doomsday, thank you very much for the donos, homie. They should have made Charlie ride on the front of the plane to cushion the crash landing. That's a yikes. Had some free super chats from YouTube Red. You can thank Cobra Kai. Oh, that's what's up. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, just throwing this out there. If you got YouTube Red, they give you $2 in free super chats. Instead of letting it go back to YouTube, holla at your boy. Hook your boy up. With Alicia being the sister of Nick and the inventor pretty much of the Guts trick, why doesn't anyone ever use the trick? I don't know, bro. In your opinion, what is the best season of Fear the Walking Dead? For real, I don't even know. I haven't even thought about it. Yeah, Deja Vu, again, that's not it. No, that's not it. I think that's a frustrating thing about talking to people. Yeah, The Walking Dead has lost ratings. We are talking about a drop when The Walking Dead is consistently doing a high is when the drop happened. The drop happened like almost immediately right on 2018. Like whatever they did, if I got to look back and see if there's a thing you can track of whatever kind of changes YouTube did going from 2017 to 2018. And again, it's around about there. But if you look at the analytics, The Walking Dead is consistently doing this number. But all the other analytics, which don't make sense because it's your subscribers overnight in one high drop, they all stop watching. They're still subscribed, but they all stop watching. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with The Walking Dead losing popularity. That would have been the first thing I looked at. And this was when a lot of this shit wasn't like this. This was going from 2017 to 2018. The Walking Dead is in the crosshairs a lot more now, yes. But back then it wasn't what you'd think. Why do you think Fear sucks at villains? Because they don't want to commit. Plot twist. Tobias will return as the first major villain of the show. Yeah, right? 1189 Paris, thank you very much for the dono. Do you think the producers of The Walking Dead missed the boat with the storyline about Morgan's son Dwayne? No. I think it was fine what they did. I know fans want that connection, right? But it doesn't make any sense because the son would grow up and be way too... Someone look up the actor right now. I guarantee it will look ridiculous. He'll be like a grown-ass man. You can't do that. I mean, you could recast. That would probably be one of the only ways where you could get away with a recast because he was gone for so long. You could probably recast that easily. But it just wouldn't make any sense. Especially for Morgan's character arc. You would ruin such a great character arc. He was ripped apart, got PTSD. Because he saw his son get ripped apart a few feet in front of him by the son's own mother, by his own wife. Like, I think a lot of fans miss that, how crucial that is. He was just like at the bottom of the steps and his son was at the top and his son couldn't do it. He should have done it. That's such an important moment to just simply rob him just so later we can plop his son back into the story. No, I'm so against that, Stranger Things next month. You excited? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm very excited for that. Why don't you feel so good? Yes, Nosferatu is a license plate and is also Dracula. If people watch a full 15-minute vid, then YouTube sees 100% engagement, so your vids go in recommended, but people watching 15 minutes of a 1 hour in 15% engagements hurts your channel. Yeah, here's what I was originally thinking with that. I was originally thinking it would hurt that video, not the channel. And that's why I was like, okay, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. So I don't care about that. Like, because if we have live streams and people donate, and in my opinion, I don't care about the ad revenue, for that specific video. We got you guys who are supporting during the live streams with the super chats. I don't give a fuck about ad revenue. You guys already supported enough. I'm not greedy. Fuck it. So I thought only the live streams would take a hit. But it's since we started like a few months after we were doing the live streams consistently every Sunday, the channel just doesn't even get put in recommended. I could make a video, and because I used to test this a lot in the beginning, especially when you were building the channel, and I would look up let's say a Walking Dead review. I would have it on like 3 or 4 different devices. It's not linked into my account. It's linked onto other accounts. I have one device that never searches anything The Walking Dead related. I have another device that will, it searches random stuff, but sometimes will search Walking Dead stuff. So it has like different gauges you can do with it. Anyway, so previously I would search up like the Walking Dead newest episode, and I would actually watch my video getting higher in the recommended. And this was when we went from like 50,000-ish, and I tracked it all the way up to 100,000. And then somewhere from 2017 to 2018, there's times where I'll type in the exact fucking title of my video, and I'm like pages and pages and pages down. There's channels that have like 2 videos. They've only ever made 2 videos. They got 3 subscribers, and they're like 50 up in the recommended ahead of my channel, which has been uploading for years. We have over 1,000 videos. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think that person might be right. I think the live streams might play a role. And again, it's not the only thing, but they did play a role, and it's something that moving forward I'm going to have to look at tweaking. Maybe they're right, taking the live streams and putting them on another channel. But, God, that just seems like such a fucking pain in the ass. I might as well just start a channel for live streams. What would be the fucking point? You know what I mean? But then you can't, because a new channel doesn't have access to fucking live streams right away. So what would be the point? Maybe if I do an archive channel for the live streams, and then when it hits the access, I don't know. It's just so fucking stupid. Wait. Oh yeah, watch Stranger Things. Definitely watch that. Can't even remember what happened in Stranger Things season 2. Oh, rewatch it. It's worth it. What's with the wires coming out of the zombie's uniform? Well, she was hit with some kind of a taser or electric stun gun, so I would imagine there's some type of shocker in their suit for some reason. Again, I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's, I don't know. I couldn't even imagine. Maybe it's for when people attack them, because it looked like the wire was cut or ripped or damaged. So maybe that's why she didn't get shocked. Again, I have no fucking clue. Well, here's the thing, dude, guys. For Morgan's character to exist during the Whispers, it 100% could be done. It just wouldn't be done with the Morgan helping everybody. You got to balance them. And this is one of the things why with The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead that I get frustrated with. They make some of the characters obnoxiously stubborn, like Carol. Don't fucking tell me a lot of you guys weren't fucking frustrated with Carol's I can't kill. I can't kill. You know what I'm saying? Like, Carol is perfect now. And that's because she's balanced. If she has to kill you, she'll fucking do it. If she doesn't gotta do it, she won't do it. She's fucking perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Morgan should be written the same way, where he wants to help people. But if there's people who are outside of that realm of being helped, and I mean really outside of that realm, well, fuck it. There's nothing he could do with it. You know, he might not kill them, but there's nothing he could do about it. And again, he could fit as long as they write his character more balanced. Oh, you know what I did want to mention though? Let's go to Tony Carant with a $10 dono. Hey man, you got to check out Big Little Lies. On HBO, season 2 is starting soon. I think you'd be into it. Big Little Lies. I'll look again, but I saw that trailer, and I'll tell you what, it didn't look like anything I'd be interested in. I'll look into it, though, because you never know. The trailer could be really misleading. Thanks for recommending Chernobyl. It's really well done. I'm loving it. Chernobyl, on the other hand, that's a really good show. I like that. Again, I'll look at Big Little Lies, but one other show on HBO that frustrated me was Sharp Objects. I think it's got like the Amy Adams or whatever her name is. I was really digging a lot of what they were doing with that show. There's some stuff that were just really over the top, and it's one of those artsy fartsy ones, and it's done by people who really think they're the fucking bomb. It's one of those, right? Like they're every take is overly long for no fucking reason, and they have, I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of it I liked, but the ending fucking pissed me off, because the ending 10 minutes into Sharp Objects. I mean, maybe it's just me, or some people like me, but within the first episode, you know exactly who did it. You know what I mean? And then when the end comes, it's like, where's the twist? Where's the twist? And they do the twist, and it's like, that's not the twist. That's what you've been hinting at the whole fucking time, show. What are you talking about, Rambo Last Blood review coming soon, ? No, I can't get a babysitter to go to the theaters. It's just something I can't do anymore. Rarely. I want to go see Brightburn or this other shit. I just don't got a sitter, so I'm not going to be watching it. Maybe when it comes out on Blu-ray. And again, I say that, but let's be real. By the time it comes out, no one cares about it, so I probably won't do it. But I liked Rambo. I grew up on him, and I like the idea of first blood, last blood. He better die, or fucking this better be the end of it. You know what I mean? Because that would properly close out that franchise. Knowing Hollywood, we get a no, for real. This is the last blood, Rambo. Oh, yeah. This is the one thing I wanted to show you guys. A lot of people talked about Red Dead Redemption because we streamed some of that game. They came out with it's called The Gunslinger. If you guys want more information on this, let me know and I'll look it up. It's $180, and I'll tell you what, this is a steal. If it looks as good as it does in these images, it is a steal. You get this, what's his name? Arthur Morgan. You get him in his full getup. You get him in his blue shirt. You get like 3 different clothing. You get this blue one right here. You get this other blue striped one. You get so much with this guy. You get this base. Comes with stuff from the camp in the game. You get different guns. What do you get? The 2 shotgun and the 2 6-shooters, and then his rifle. Fantastic. And then you get different heads. You get like the Rick Grimes beard head, and it says it's a magnetic beard or some shit like that goes on. But I think you get 2 heads and the beards go on. Something attaches. Magnetic interchangeable hair. So look, you get Arthur Morgan, and then with a hat, and then him with the longer hair in the back. And then you get Arthur Morgan with I think you get 2 heads. You get this clean, like scruffy look with interchangeable hair and then hat. And then you get this beard with interchangeable hair and then a hat. So you can do the, top and then the hat and then the long hair in the back. I think that's what's interchangeable. Anyhow, for fans of Arthur Morgan, This is, and like I said, it's a steal. Look at that. That looks just like Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, it's a fucking steal. And I say that because a lot of Hot Toys go for 220, 230, 240 sometimes. There's a lot of them that are like around the 180 mark. And this isn't a Hot Toys, but it's that style. And you get a bow, you get all these weapons, all this extra stuff, dynamite. I think it's like a Confederate wool coat or whatever, but journal, different hands, gloved hands, his hat. So for you Arthur Morgan fans, yo, that shit has got to be right up your alley. I just wanted to point that out for any Arthur Morgan fans, because I know we had a lot of people when we were playing the game. A lot of people were like, yo, Arthur Morgan's fucking a bomb character. So I wanted to put that out there. Bro, save up for your move. No, I'm not buying that. You know what I mean? And you don't need to tell a grown ass man to save up for his move. I got that, bro. That's one thing I've been stacking for. But I'm not buying that Arthur Morgan thing. If I was rich, I would buy that shit probably. But I'm not connected into Red Dead to cop that. You know, I'd buy that to review, or maybe if I ended up replaying Red Dead. But I'm not even into Red Dead enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna buy that. But if you're a fan of Red Dead, go cop that. You know what I mean? As someone who has a few of the 1/6 scales, that's definitely a reasonable price range for the quality you get. If you're a fan, go grab it. Any other streams happening this week? I have no clue right now. I don't know. Do you think Morgan will ever show back up on the main show unless he dies in one of the Rick movies? It'll make no sense that he doesn't come back, especially with the time in the season. At this point in time, I don't think they even care about the story and how it connects. I think they'll keep him on Fear as long as they can until Fear's no good. And then if they move him or not, I don't know. Have you ever seen the show Twin Peaks? It was made back. Yeah, I remember. Wasn't that a scary one? I remember staying up watching that. Did you like Lenny James acting this episode? Great as always. I always love Lenny James, even when the character frustrates me. Where is that at? You could watch a pirated copy of Blackburn if you wanted. I don't watch those. There are online sites that do that kind of thing. I appreciate it. I'm not into the whole bootleg shit. I don't do it. Girl with no name Spooner. Thank you very much for the dono. Negan and Logan sound same names. Negan, Logan. Yeah. Sound same names. Could Dwight be part of Logan's group? Opinions, please. Love your work, dude. No, I mean, he could be, but I don't think that needs to have anything. Dwight is looking for Sherry. He's traveling. To have him a part of the group, maybe that is how he connects, but we already have him traveling, so it's not necessary. But he could be a part of the group for whatever reason. But if he's traveling, I don't know why they would have him be a part of the group. You know what I mean? How do you think character should die since her story is pointless? Well, that's the problem. I mean, they could just whack her off, but the point is, you want to build up her character for something to have a death that pushes the story forward. So right now, no, they should develop the character in a way to push the story forward and then kill her off. But just whacking her now would just be like, okay, it's just, no one cares, Nah, Dwight wasn't in tonight's episode. He's going to be in tomorrow or the third episode, I forget. Yes, the sign on the map and the key cards that Al found, that's the same sign as the helicopter and the cans that Jadis was trading them. So apparently they're in a location that has that symbol on it. What's the fucking word I'm looking for where they stock up storage food and shit like that? Well, as far as like how Dwight is getting there. Everyone asking how Dwight's getting there and how far apart they are. They're gonna cover all that when he shows up, but no, they want you to believe that they're nowhere near Alexandria. Let's just get that out of the way. They're literally like, I think I looked on a map. They're like anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500 miles away. That's 1,200 miles away from Alexandria, which means they want you to believe that Morgan just left and found this group, and then Dwight is going to follow Sherry's notes and then run into this group as well. You know, and then the people who took Rick are also going to just run into this group. That's what they want you to believe. Dave Scarpa. Wait, wasn't there a gangster named Scarpa? Or is that Scarfa? I fucking can't remember now. Doesn't matter. Message retracted? Oh, damn. That sucks, bro. What was that? I could look back here and see what that message was. Why'd you retract that shit, bro? What you doing, homie? Did you see Cam on Netflix? Nah, I never heard of Cam. Do you think John Dory or Daniel are prime candidates for the big death this season? You know what? That's hard for me to figure out because I really wouldn't care if... No, Daniel, no way. No way. I think the fans would just laugh at... The fans would just be like, fuck you. They just brought Daniel back. I mean, he hasn't even officially been in the episode. No, the fans would be like, you guys are fucking idiots if they killed Daniel that quick. And as far as John Dory, no, it's too early yet. That's part of their problem. So focused on the big death. Fuck the big death. Just flesh out the goddamn characters and make us care for them. We don't need a big death. Let's just have us enjoy the characters and the story for a bit and build these characters up. One of the showrunners just said The Walking Dead had designs for the black suit, but then Fear the Walking Dead used it and changed things up. I think they were going to do early Commonwealth or something. I have no idea. Brother. If they had designs for that suit, they were probably going to do the Commonwealth. I don't know why you would have two groups with, different suits that look almost identical but different color. Do you think John Dory or Dan... Oh, okay, I already did that one. Are you watching Fear Season 5? I mean, it's kind of a loaded question, technically, but if it's terrible and you guys are sick of it, then we'll drop it. Dave Scarpa with a $2 dono. Thank you very much for the dono, homie. Netflix canceling Santa Clarita sucks. Yeah, that's a shame. That is a shame. Dude, guys, thank you very much for the dono. They didn't waste time bringing my man Daniel back. No, they brought him right back. All right, let's wrap this up. Any last questions to get in about Fear? It looked like we had a decent amount of people interested. I haven't seen a whole lot that was... I bet you if we streamed another hour, we'd, distance ourselves greatly away from Fear and The Walking Dead and get into a bunch of different things. But it looked like, at least for the first hour, there's enough people talking about Fear and stuff like that. But I feel like it's still really... There's just not much to even dissect. Like, even my review is just like, man, whatever, this person. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And that's another thing I was even thinking about during the episode. I was more than willing to sit down and just be like, sucked into this good episode. Forget about my expectations. Forget about what came before it. I just want to see a good zombie show. I'm cool for that. A good zombie episode. 3/4 of the way through it, it hit me and I thought, yeah, I'm not liking this. Or at least it's not blowing me away. I don't hate it. I don't like it. It's just, it's on. And then I thought, well, even if it was downright amazing, who wants, you know, who wants a show that just starts out with an amazing season 5? Like, even if season 5 or season 6 was some of the best shit on the show, who fucking want? No, series, when it comes to TV shows, series are important, man. You know what I mean? Having that great series, knowing you can go and watch Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, The Shield, and watch the whole series from beginning to end, episode 1 to episode, the end and the very last episode. So from the first to the last, and the characters and the story and the plot, like, there's something special there. Imagine if, let's say, season 5 was fucking amazing. Imagine just having season 5 amazing, 6 amazing, and they ended at 7. So let's say 5, 6, and 7 were just blow your mind amazing. Like, it doesn't even have that same feel. You know what I mean? And again, this is a small thing because you could just be, into 5, 6, and 7. Just watch those. But it still takes away from it some. What they needed to do was just fucking end it. Just dead it, take it out back, and shoot it in the head. And go ahead with this third series. I still think they really needed to do that. Just fucking end it. Because it had too many stutter steps already. How do you feel about Logan screwing over Morgan and the others? Personally, I think it was shitty, but if he was actually just reclaiming his shit, then I can't really blame him. I didn't care about it. I mean, that's how I feel. I don't give a fuck because I don't want them going out helping people. I think it's so dumb. Another thing is, for the concept, though, I like the idea that it's not just some guy that's robbing them or some bandit group. I like the fact that it was someone who owned that property in the world before it fell. I do like that little tidbit. But then when I think about where that can go, I'm willing for them to show us where it can go in a cool way. But when I think about it, I don't care where it goes. I don't give a fuck, because I don't care about that location. Now, if Alexandria was threatened, I'd be like, okay, what are they going to do with this? Where's this going to go? Or the hilltop, even. If the hilltop was threatened, I mean permanently threatened, or if someone was taking it over, okay, what's going on with this? If someone was taking over the sanctuary, I wouldn't give a fuck, So it's not just the main show versus Fear, it's the locations. If someone was taking over Oceanside, who gives a fuck? Have them move in with the others. But this new location, we haven't even seen it yet. You know what I mean? There's no connection. We don't give a fuck. And I think that's part of the problem. I think that's part of a big part of the problem all throughout the writing. They do these things where the location's taken over. We don't care about the fucking location, the headquarters. Another thing, the operation is now, crushed. Who gives a fuck that they're helping people? Who? No one. You know why? Because all it does is it's background noise. It's not even main stuff within the plot and the main shit that they do. It's just background noise. It's boxes with words written on it. That's fucking it. They're not building something or building this thing up, or I don't know. And I think that's part of the big problem. I don't give a fuck about the location. I don't give a fuck about their job. And the big plot, the big dun-dun-dun of this episode had to do with their job and their location. It's just, who gives a fuck? And again, I think that's why a lot of fans think this was just a meh episode, because of those main facts. If you're going to have a location and characters and job that's important, or action, let's call it, then the location, the characters, and action all needs to be important. How do you feel about Logan? Are you excited for Death Stranding? Yes. Where's Rick? He's in his show. Dude, guys, with a $5 dono, the plot synopsis reveals the characters that live up to episode 8. Laughed my ass off. I feel like I cheated by finding out, but they dangled that in front of me. Oh, I really don't care. Matter of fact, now that you're kind of hinting there's characters that die, I feel like they fucked up already. This season sucks. There's not enough development to start killing characters, and that's probably one of their biggest problems. But then again, the plot synopsis, it depends on what you're talking about, because they don't need to mention all the characters. So unless it's like, Alicia and Morgan mourn Charlie, then the plot synopsis don't matter, because they don't have to mention them all. I need to see this set up for the season for Fear the Walking Dead before I totally shut off. I hope the critics are right. Well, again, a part of that, critics seeing it early, and that what they say is, they weren't entirely wrong as far as if they really weren't enjoying the shit previously. This episode wasn't terrible. There was just nothing, in my opinion, to latch onto, where it was like, oh, this is real good. Plus, you have that little burst of excitement of seeing it early. It's, and I'm sure maybe some of them were brought to events. That shit does, affect your experience. If you're just like a regular pleb and you watch it at home like a regular pleb, you don't have you're not going to an exciting screening or getting to see it early or having this experience. That does lift up your mood somewhat. I bet if I went to an event somewhere and was having fun, or maybe afterwards had some drinks, I'd probably come away with it being like, yeah, it was a good time, because you get that vibe of everything as a whole. You're saying what about Fear the Walking Dead, but not a little by itself? Hello. Wait, what? Yeah, Chillin' Air. You're going to have to explain what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. You can't just, we talk about so many things during the live stream. I can't remember comparing Fear the Walking Dead with The Walking Dead, so you're going to have to explain what you're talking about comparing Fear, or you're saying that about Fear the Walking Dead, but not The Walking Dead. A little bias left. Yeah, you're going to have to explain which part you're talking about. I'm not sure. Thank you very much, Manhammer. Thanks for the compliment. I'm trying to find out what you're talking about, but I don't see it. Yeah, I'm not seeing what you mean. Flashbacks? I don't know. Have you seen the Modern Warfare trailer yet? No, I really don't care about Call of Duty, to be honest. Dude, guys, with a $2 dono, I was trying to be ambiguous. I didn't see deaths. Oh, then you lost me there. I'm not sure what you mean. Am I gonna watch Nosferatu? Not right away. I might get to it eventually. Will I be playing Death Stranding? Hell yeah. That don't come out till what, November though? We got a lot of time yet. Rick has amnesia and temporary blindness. That's why he didn't get to the back to Alexandria. If he has amnesia, I'm fucking done. I'm so done. I'm still going to watch it. I love Andrew Lincoln, but I'll never have any faith in any writer that writes Amnesia. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Fuck Hollywood. Amnesia is one of the fucking cheapest ways. We've already mentioned some challenging but realistic ways to write Rick's. I told you guys I was hospitalized because my fucking appendix burst, right? They had to do physical therapy just to get me to rewalk. And again, this is a minor thing, excuse me, compared to what Rick has to do. He took fucking rebar through his side. You know what I'm saying? I had just an appendix that burst, and they had to, poison got all in my body. They had to vacuum that all out. I had to do 2 weeks of physical therapy just to walk again. And that sounds more drastic than it is when you fucking live it, But he took a fucking rebar through his side, lost so much blood. Like, he's got to heal all those torn muscles. And even with my appendix, and they did like microscopic surgery or whatever. I've got like 3 fucking scars where they went in 3 different areas in my stomach, right? I got a big one on the side. I got another one by my belly button, and then one in the middle of my belly or whatever it is. So I've got 3 scars there. 2 of them are tiny, one's big. It looks like a bullet wound. But here's the thing. Those little 3 are nothing compared to what they're going to do with him. And even in my situation, for the first week, even if I moved an arm, it radiated through my whole body, this burning feelings with all the muscle fibers were on fire. It was probably some of the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. Rick is going to be fucked up for months just healing off his initial wound. That's enough to just set up the area. And even if they do something where he's simply just healing for, 6 months to a year off of that, you still get story. You still set up the place. Rick's still fucking touched. Even if he's in a coma, if he just simply wakes up 2 fucking years later in a medically induced coma or whatever, that's more believable than amnesia. He wakes up 2 years later. 2 fucking years have passed. That's a shocker. You know what I'm saying? And now he's got to heal. Rick, and the coma fits his storyline. 2 years has gone by. He's got to get away from these people, which can take time. And then he's got to travel from one area to the next, which again can be story and can take up time. There's no reason for amnesia. It's not interesting. No one wants to wait around for Rick to remember his family. It's fucking cheap. Which characters do you think will be announced for Smash Brothers? I honestly have no clue. I never played Smash Brothers since, probably the first one. I haven't played any recent ones. Would you like to see Taka Walker come back? It'd be fine if he comes back. It's a bit delayed, sorry, Map, but you're saying Fear the Walking Dead as a series is off and on, and you couldn't take to it being so, but The Walking Dead the last few seasons have been a dog doo-doo and is. Well, yeah, see, that's where it gets a little more complicated because I'm talking about Fear the Walking Dead being, and again, this is my opinion. I know there's people who like it. As far as Fear the Walking Dead, there's multiple seasons that I find just unwatchable. Just 100% unwatchable. When you're watching it through the first time, it's like, okay, it might be heading somewhere, so when you rewatch it, you get a different vibe for the background. I have zero desire to watch 1, 2, 3, or 4. I will never watch season 4 ever again. The first half started interesting, but where it went, there's nothing at all I liked about it. The back half was, they ran out of material, they delayed, they stalled, they came up with cheap generic shit we've already seen plenty of times before. I will never rewatch. That's seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4. And my idea was, even if season 5 was amazing, I mean, who wants that 5 seasons in? You can't even compare that with The Walking Dead, where I think I love the first 5 seasons of The Walking Dead. So even season 6 I enjoy. I'm not sure if I would say I love it, but even up to season 6 I enjoy and love. I have nothing against those. Could they tweak some things here and there? Yeah, sure. When it comes to 7 and 8, I love 9. So we have 2 out of 9. And my main problem with the 2 out of 9 is the structure and the budget. The story I stand behind, but it's the structure and the budget. Those are the 2 things I have a serious problem with. When I'm watching 6, I might skip swear. There's no reason to watch that episode. And now that we know what happens with them. But 7 and 8, again, are they my favorite seasons? No. Are they complete ass and I skip over them? No, I'll still watch them. That's not and again, for me as a fan, that's not anywhere close to what Fear has done. I won't even watch Fear 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I won't even watch them, But with The Walking Dead, I have episodes and scenes that I just downright hate. and most of those are in 7 and 8. And the biggest problems are the budget and the pacing and the structure, I should say, the structure, because I hate how they do the split episodes and not blended. Blended is what you need to do at all times. Yeah, Chris Stanley, your appendix ruptured too. That shit's fucking fierce. So yeah, I mean, you might despise The Walking Dead 7 and 8. So in your mind, you're thinking it lines up, but I didn't feel that way. So for me, it doesn't line up. So a Fear the Walking Dead and Walking Dead comparison doesn't match like that for me. Forget about my last super chats. I should have said anything about the plot synopsis, even though I really don't care about the plot synopsis. Just go at it. He's being held by a powerful group and is far away from Alexandria. It makes more sense. Yeah, there you go. Powerful group, far away, done deal. You know what I mean? It's not that hard. Cody196 with a $2 dono. Let's wrap this up now, though, guys, because I know we've been going for an hour and a half. Thoughts on an episode of Fear the Walking Dead? Oh, brother, rewind it. Watch the first 10 minutes of this. Not even. Watch the first 5 minutes of this stream. Here's my thoughts. It's meh. You know, I don't love it. I don't hate it. Dave, am I going to watch it again? No. I will probably never watch this episode again. And I think that is a big reason of why I just don't enjoy Fear the Walking Dead. Even some of the slower episodes, they have charm and charisma, and I will compare it to The Walking Dead. Some of the slower episodes early on, like season 1 and season 2 especially, I can't tell you. Season 2, everyone complains about it being slow, and so many fans complain about season 2, but I can't tell you how much charisma is jam-packed in season 2, where I can rewatch that so many fucking times. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's got so much charisma in it. It's just oozing out of what they're doing. There's so much done wrong with the budget and how they're filming. The fucking sun's up here. Next thing you know, the sun's over here. There's so many fucking problems with editing and continuity and whatever, but it's just loaded with this charm, you know, and the Fear the Walking Dead just doesn't have it. It lacks it. So I'm never going to watch this episode again. I have no reason to. I have no want to. It lacks charm, you know. I'm Ronnie Hayes. Whoop-de-whoop. Doomsday Kingdom. Thanks for the donos. Whoop-de-whoop. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Yeah, I might as well make a t-shirt of that, huh? 100% agree. You know, budget is a problem in The Walking Dead Season 8 when 2 grown men are running around a tree as the climactic payoff of a 3-year story. Yeah, I'm laughed about that. There's a fucking meme about that. That's funny. That's what it is. I mean, the finale of All Out War is 2 grown men running around a tree. I mean, that's fucking what it is. Think about it. You have the finale of the war, and it's almost laughable in a way. The finale of a war is in an open fucking field and they run around a tree. They don't even battle. The guns blow up. Like, again, that's 100% part of the problem is the fucking budget. I don't put that on the cast and the crew and writers. They're probably sitting there like, holy fuck, there's no money for this goddamn thing. Well, you know, that's fucking AMC's fault. The greed with AMC is through the roof. Everyone knows it. Everyone talks about it. What are you going to do? Alright, dude, guys, thank you very much for the dono, homie. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, Chamillionaire? You missed a $5 super chat from me. Did I really? Let's go look up here. Hey bro, I'm trying to stack up on my savings account, so this might be my last super chat before you move. Anyway, I can't wait for Doomsday Kingdom issue 4. Oh yeah, well, don't even worry about it. Save up, do what you gotta do. I definitely feel you on that. As far as issue 4, I'm doing the lettering now, and I'm getting some of the colored pages, and oh, I can't fucking wait to read that in one colored, you know, finalized, in my hands copy. It's gonna be tight. But yeah, I gotta get rolling. Excuse me. Chris Stanley with a $10 dono for us appendix survivors. Laugh out loud. Hell yeah, right? That was one hell of an experience, I'll tell you that. You know, because I hear people talking about they get their appendix out all the time. I'm thinking, nah, this is nothing. And then here I just fucking waited too long, and that shit almost killed me. I was like, damn. Anyway, you guys have a good night. We are going to be back. Fuck, man, I'm all over the place tonight. Slapping the mic and fucking burping, almost fucking killing me. We will be back for Fear the Walking Dead next Sunday, Season 5, Episode 2. Same thing, loose discussion. I'm going to talk for 5 minutes whether I liked it or hated it, and then we'll dive into what you guys have to say about it. I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. We're going to give it maybe 3 or 4 episodes, and if you guys are still chit-chatting, we'll at least do 45-minute live streams at the very least. But if you guys are loving it or whatever, again, if I'm not loving it, I'm not going to lie about it, though, even if you all are loving it. And this doesn't have to be a you versus me. If y'all love it, then you guys could just tell me which parts you loved, and we'll fucking, flip it back and forth. I'm cool with that. So I'll see you next Sunday. And throughout this week, I'm going to try to get some of those videos up. I'm gonna try to get some of those videos up. Deja vu. I don't think you have any fucking clue what you're talking about. You're a feminist, aren't you? She said men are such babies. Suck it up, puss. Like, we're not talking, like, there's a lot of people that go in for, you get your appendix, whatever. Look up an appendix that bursts and the fucking toxin gets in you. I think they even have to vacuum out some of that shit. Look that up. Like, that shit's no joke. I rubbed it off as being like, that ain't nothing, But that shit is not fun. That shit is fucking pain. That is straight pain. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a fucking liar, and they haven't been through it. Because that shit is crazy pain, And again, it doesn't take away from women. I know that's where you're going. It must be. It seems like it is. I'm sure giving birth to a child fucking hurts a lot, too. It looks like it hurts like a motherfucker. We don't always got to go at it with each other, Fuck, man. It all hurts. Everyone goes through something painful once in your life. There you go. Deja vu. You definitely are a crazy feminist. Pop out a watermelon through your cock. So you guys go through a painful experience so men can never talk about an experience that physically hurts ever again. You're a psycho. People like you are the reason why this world is fucking retarded right now. A man saying he went through something that hurt has now devalued all the women that give birth naturally. I agree with you there. I'm a terrible human being. I'm going to fucking bounce now because, the logic in that. I recognize your name too. I always thought you was cool shit, but I guess not. Fuck out of here with that stupid shit. All right, guys, I'll see you next Sunday. Fucking 10:30. And remember, giving birth doesn't hurt at all. Women are pussies. I'm just saying. That shit don't hurt. Not even a little bit. Because, fucking stupid. Good night.